talking about most effective exercises,
Yes.
I would say like definitely like the belt squat has been a huge glute and hamstring builder for me. That, the adductors, also the hip thrust or glute bridge machine, doing Bulgarian split squats. I think Bulgarian split squats were super effective this year for me. Of course, when I'm doing like back squat or front squat, it's going to hit a little bit of the hamstrings and glutes too, but mostly that's a quad exercise. But belt squat, Bulgarian split squats, lunges, the glute bridge or hip thrust, adductor machine, and even throwing in some like leg press and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would agree with all of those. I think the only thing that is just super underrated is walking lunges. I think walking lunges helps quite a bit as well. And I think that you stepped that up this year and that helped. But glute bridges, Bulgarian split squats, even being able to do kickback once in a while can also help with just that mind-muscle connection. And obviously, abductor machine also works really, really well in changing the angle of the machine. So some machines are upright. Luckily, the one I have here, the Panada one, can lean back, so you can kind of hit a little bit of different angles. Not all machines do that, but you'll see some people will kind of sit really upright to be able to get a mind-muscle connection on the upper glute, and then they'll lean really, really far back, and then they'll be able to feel a little bit lower. Again, just depending on the machine and depending on your biomechanics, but I think that using both versions of that abductor machine works really well as well.
I think those are great, but I usually start off, before I do those exercises, I typically will do like a warm up with a couple variations of hamstring curls, of course. I think maybe that was so obvious that I just kind of skipped that.
Yeah, we didn't say hams much. We were kind of focusing on glutes, but yeah.
Yeah, and then straight leg deadlifts.
Which style do you like? Do you feel like the best mind muscle connection for you on hamstrings for straight leg deadlifts? Do you like to use the barbell or do you like to use dumbbell?
I think they're both effective. I remember when we were out in California, you actually had me do different variations of the dumbbell, where I would like turn my feet different ways and also bring the dumbbells inside versus outside. So I think there's different ways you can hit the hamstrings when you do dumbbells versus if you do barbells, you can, I don't know, I usually do the barbell most of the time, but dumbbells you can kind of play around with.
Yeah, just don't be a C-bum and do it with 500 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was doing 5-plate straight leg deadlifts and you called me, you said, not necessary.
No.
Tone it back here.
No.
So, but not like the straight leg deadlifts are super, super effective, but I, keeping good constant tension, slowing down the tempo, not going too heavy, keeping it in the hamstrings and glutes. But, what was I going to say? I blanked.
No, that's all good. Yeah. It's all good. Again, different variations of doing straight leg deadlifts. You can do it with rounded back. You can do it with arched back. You can do it with dumbbell variations. Those all work really different areas of that hamstring. So definitely use lots of different variations.